The Roblox forums are set to make their triumphant return in a new and arguably better way than ever before. The forums were basically an in-website text platform where users could talk under certain Roblox chosen topics like events or roast boards. Let's Make a Deal was one of the most popular subgenres, which saw hundreds of users visit it daily to work out trades with other people. The forums were definitely useful and a lot of fun, but it was almost too open and became too hard to control for it to stick around. The Roblox player base would start getting too big for the forums to exist, as mods couldn't keep up with everything, which led to their removal in late 2017. Yet, here we are 7 years later, with forums set to return in a way that's a lot easier for Roblox mods and users to control. Some users are seeing this message saying group walls are deprecated and being replaced with forums, and yes, that is true. Roblox will be removing group walls sometime in the near future and replacing them with forums within groups/communities. Community forums will be completely controlled by the community owner and members with proper permissions, and I guess Roblox mods too. Some groups have already been given early access to forums, so you can actually test them out from a random member perspective right now. You can see there are multiple subgenres created by the owner or staff, including this one having a general chat for any discussion, like a group wall. Under these subgenres, you can create your own threads, comment under others, and directly reply to any comments you may see. You can easily tie conversations together, unlike the group walls where everything was jumbled together without any way to directly reply or separate your comment. You can also subscribe to a thread, although this feature doesn't seem to be working yet and I'm not exactly sure what it'll do. Certain members can also pin threads onto each subgenre, and any members can react to any post with a few Roblox emojis. Creating your own thread within the subgenres is super easy and provides you the ability to have focused discussions which weren't possible with the walls. We can still create our own threads and reply, but we can tie replies together with these kind of mini threads within a thread which previously didn't exist. You can also edit your thread or replies whenever, but doing so won't show that you've edited it and seems to delete any replies. Presumably, group owners and staff will also be able to moderate it as they could with the group wall, but with the added ability to ban users and delete threads. Thankfully, you can also report threads and replies, which is actually pretty big, and we'll be getting into why in a bit. This is the old forums, but with more user customization, more focused conversations, and the added bonus of user-controlled moderation. We can set up whatever subgenres we want within our groups/communities rather than having to conform to whatever Roblox provided like before. They'll also only be open to group members, erasing the issue of having everyone flood into them like we saw with the old forums. It's the exact same basic concept, but a million times better, but with a couple notable flaws that I want to get into soon. First though, I want to compare community forums to the feature it's replacing, group walls, and talk about why it's infinitely better. Obviously, group walls were just message boards without any reply options or ways to separate your conversation from others. With community forums, you're able to do all of that, while still having the option to have unfocused chats with subgenres like this general chat. That's pretty obvious, but what may not be so immediately evident is the moderation side of things, which should greatly improve. Group walls have hosted absolutely horrible content for so many years, like I've been covering stuff like this going back to 2017. You can never report a group for having an uncontrolled wall, you can only report solo messages, which couldn't stop these bad message boards. Wall posts would get taken down, but the groups rarely would, and if they did, they'd just take over an abandoned group and start over. With community forums forcing more focused discussions, it's going to be so much tougher for them to communicate for various reasons. Threads will need to be made in order to start a conversation, so some weirdo would need to either take one over or create their own. If one of these threads got deleted by moderation or group mods, it'd completely erase replies under it, ending the ability to reply to it and probably ban the poster. Sure, they can always set up another thread or reply to one, but it's another hoop they have to jump through to communicate with each other. They won't be able to immediately flood a near invincible group wall, they'll need to set up threads which can see it and all the replies to it get deleted. It'll be way easier for both Roblox moderation and group mods to put an end to such activity, as they can wipe out entire threads rather than one message at a time. It won't totally wipe out the on-Roblox condo scene, but it'll slow them down a bit, which will lead to Roblox being somewhat safer. Roblox mods probably won't be reliable as per usual, but group mods can help stop bad stuff without having to shut everything down. Overall, the community forums update is like a combination of the old forums and group walls, but a million times better. It allows for more focused discussions about user-chosen topics and makes moderating groups easier for both users and Roblox. It both improves user safety and user interaction at the same time, making it an absolutely massive positive all around. The only complaints I have is that you can't report subgenres, which should be possible to make them even more safer, and the UI is pretty weak. The UI sucks because everything is the same font and the same color, which makes it look really cluttered and is hard to follow. Roblox could definitely do more to improve maybe the colors or contrast so it's easier to differentiate each thread and what they're about. I don't really know how to describe it well, but just compare these two and you can clearly see why the community forums UI needs a lot of work. Other than that, I think the community forums is fantastic, and they're definitely a contender for update of the year should they fully release before 2025. A couple things need some tweaking, but it's near perfect as it will make groups a safer and better place to communicate with other members.